And to continue with what I have mentioned a while ago, there are two eligibility tests that we needed to check on in order for us to determine under which eligibility test a certain client or certain company falls on. There are two things that we can do to test first if it's eligible for shutdown, and to test if it on its eligibility on the gross receipts test. That's under the gross receipts test, we have to compare if there is indeed a reduction of 80% reduction in the sales on the gross receipts or gross sales of the company, comparing 2019 and 2020, and then 2019 and then 2021. Once we have proven that there is indeed a reduction, it makes them eligible for test two. It's test two says that if they are eligible for gross receipts, they are eligible for ERTC tax credit from that period until the succeeding period. Unlike for shutdown eligibility tests, it only allows the company to be eligible for the certain quarter for that specific quarter, and not for the next and succeeding quarters. That's make it different with the test one and the test two. Now, in the absence of the gross receipts that sometimes and oftentimes companies was and failed to provide, they automatically fall under the test of shutdown eligibility. Now, allow me also to share and walk you through the different tabs that I'm working on. So here it is. I am presenting here this is where I actually input all the payroll that the company paid for on its clients. It is necessary that we balance out or made it into equal the amount that was reflected in each of the quarter with the 9-for-1. That's the test that in order for us to determine that we are using the right payroll and the right amount of wages in computing the ERTC, because in no case that the wages reflected in 9-for-1 differs with the eligible wages that we are computing in 2021 and 2020. Also, it is important for us to allocate first the PPP loan should there be any PPP loan grant for the client. That means to say that we have to allocate first the wages and remove the wages that forms part of the PPP before we get to complete and compute for the ERTC. Why is it necessary for us to do so? Because IRS requires us to avoid double dipping of wages, wherein we applied it in PPP and we also applied it in ERTC. That's a no-no, and in no case should it ever happen. That's why in my ERTC tax credit computation, I have to first to allocate the PPP loan before we go on for the ERTC. The allowable wages for ERTC. It is also necessary for us to exclude the wages of the owners, because IRS says that owners are ineligible for ERTC. So as I go through and other tabs in this worksheet, this is where I input the 9-for-1 from quarter 2 2020 to quarter 3 2021, because in this tab it will provide us the total refundable portion or the total refundable amount that the company will claim in presenting this tax refund to IRS. So that's basically how I do things in my ERTC tax computation, and I hope it would give you a complete background, and this would also attest and help you attest my expertise in this line of service. And I'm hoping to talk to you and to hear from you soon.